Dearest Mooji, following this way, I see my habits are changing. I do not meditate so frequently as before. Can you say if I have to continue with this meditation? I do not want to end the practice before everything is over. Can you advise, please? Thank you, my master. Namaskar. Radoslav. I think you may have heard, or unless it's a popular name. Radoslav. If meditation is only a kind of practice, and you don't try and find out who the meditator is also. See? Real meditation, find out who is meditating also. See? And for what purpose? This question I would raise. What are you meditating for, and who are you who meditate? Because no one asks you, when you go on a meditation course something, they should ask you this. What you want? I'm meditating because my friends do it. I'm meditating because I think it's spiritual. What is your reason for meditating? And what is meditation, you see? And who are you who is meditating? If we get that over, we may save you a lot. Because one thing, if meditation does not bring you to truth, or it only dips you, it only dips you. But truth is that you will come to the place where you are not the one who is being dipped. It's your mind is being dipped in you. You think that you are being dipped in the ocean of the self, but is your attention and your mind is being dipped in the ocean of you. I don't understand this thing. Simple as it is, innocent as it is, it seems very difficult for the mind to understand these things, because we are so accustomed to feel that we are this. Because you think you're this, that you are singular as a person, then the seeker will always retain a sense of separateness, and you'll not understand, because none of this is in the Absolute. The Absolute does not suffer any complexity about it. The whole dream of the human being, growing and coming closer and loving God, all of this is God's dream. But as long as we have the effects of the sleeping tablet in us, you can only vaguely. Sometimes you're coming into, it's like you're waking up, you're coming around from a deep sleep or from an operation. You're not quite sure what you're seeing. You're not sure what you're seeing. And so I do not meditate so frequently as before. This can be something naturally that happened for a while. It's not bad. Can you say if I have to continue with the meditation? Only if you can focus. Answer this question: who is meditating? Is it the pure self that is meditating, or some other thing? You cannot say it's just the mind that's meditating. There's no such thing as just the mind. There's always a cocktail between the mind and the sense of being. There's a mix of beingness and mind. It's always more beingness. A little bit of mind is enough to turn. Just a little drop of color can change a whole bucket of water and turn it another color. The mind is like a little drop of water, a little drop of color inside this pure water. Then you say, must I continue with the meditation, you see? I said, yes, now add to it who is the meditator of it, find out. I do not want to end the practice before everything is over. But I would say continue doing whatever you're doing, because it's already difficult to tell people stop that, unless they're mature enough to get it. So carry on, but alongside this, find out who you're doing, who is doing the meditation. Is it the pure self that is meditating? Also, something is aware of meditation. Something is aware of meditation. You say, yes, now I'm in meditation. I was meditating before. Who was meditating before? What is the meditation? And the one attempting to meditate also. Isn't there a consciousness behind? That the meditator is trying to reach the very consciousness that he is. The meditator is trying to reach the same consciousness awareness that it already is, which is watching the meditation. But something feels, no, it can't be that simple. I can't be like that. That's just another idea. They're going to find out. Yeah. Okay, this one, everybody's going to like this one. Dear Mooji, are relationships meant to be smooth sailing? Dear. At what point do you end a life partner relationship? Yoel. I wonder if they're serious. Are relationships meant to be smooth sailing? No. Even when you're free, sometimes relationship not smooth. It's almost like you have to relate, but don't have relationships. Shh, I don't mean it like that. It's only something inside here. We call it relationships because people have so much, it's so loaded. Relationships full of expectations. Also expect that someone is going to complete your life for you or something. You're half and then she's half or he's half or something, or all kind of nonsense is mixed up with this word. This word has overused as love. You know, we use the word, but no one has really looked into the depth of what it invokes, you know. So our relationships meant to be smooth sailing. Relationships is a very powerful tool of consciousness to dig out some stuff that other things can't get to. Most things can get, even other relationships can go so far, but romantic relationships go further down into the very dregs, into the bottom, into the very toenail of the being, and dig out some stuff that needs to show you where you're still harboring some, you know, some desperateness or some need or some projection or some expectations or something. So it's a powerful tool to still expose. Well, you may think, oh yes, I'm so free, you know, I've got no attachment. And then so at what point do you end a life partner relationship? And can you? It's not easy. I used to say that some relationships, you know, I don't know what is in it. Some relationships that break like a saltine biscuit. Clean break. But some, they break like pizza. With hot mozzarella. Long pulling, still hanging. Twang. They go on and on and on. And if you bring them back, they join again. The mozzarella. The mozzarella is still hot enough. What point do you end a life partner relationship? This is not easy. Life partner relationship. When it's really burnt you out and you're good for nothing. It's possible that there are relationships that really do work. Has to be. But they must be infused with some level of awakening or something. The beings must be awakened enough to take the attention off themselves. And when in the most, because when egos and insecurities and stuff like that come, these are very fierce fire. This is white fire. White fire means that it's so hot that anything comes near to it, it starts to burn already. You see? So there has to be some ability to leave the person aside and to come from the place of love. If you come from the place of love, everything is possible. Love and wisdom, love and real wisdom then many things are possible. But if there's selfishness, everything goes downhill. It used to be popular to say that the opposite of love is to hate. But I came to feel that the opposite of love is selfishness. To be wrapped up in your own world, your own mind. It's a kind of being lost. Blind. If a relationship is of value, there has to be a peace in love. There has to be some way that if you have a partner, they're like a home for you. When you see each other, you're like home. If you're traveling just to be with such a one, you're at home. And that you grow and deepen in consciousness through your interaction with them. Relationship has to have a lot of humor. And real space. Someone who really enjoys giving, not trading. All these things make. Because even in the classics, you have these partnership of Radha, Krishna, Sitaram, and all these things. They are pointing to something, and I've seen myself very good relationships that are deep and full of love and a kind of innocence, even a playfulness. You take things too seriously, you just crash, because I don't think anything can be as serious as the ego, nor as heavy. So if you find people who have this kind of lightness, they bring something beautiful. I remember this, I sometimes mention this sadhu in Tiruvannamalai. There's a monk who has an internet shop. And he said to me one day, I'm so happy, but you know why I'm happy? I said, yeah, tell me. He says, wait a minute. So he went off and he brought his wife. He says, I'm happy because of her. I said, really? Yes. And how is that? He said, because she allows me to do what I have to do. She never complained about it, and I've learned to do that for her also. She finds her thing, what she enjoys, then I support whatever make her happy. So we have space. This is beautiful, And there are many, many examples of that I've seen. Something very beautiful, where there's no competition, no jealousy, no blame, no spite. All of that. Because whatever we find there in a relationship of that nature, those poisons are in you even in other relationships you have. They're there, but they are not sort of like brought out into the full light. So sometimes you have to thank such relationships for exposing these things, because until they're exposed, you may quietly think they're not there. When they're exposed, you can see. And when you see, then you must offer it up and say, I wish to choose to go beyond this. So, should we do one more or what?